Hey, do you remember the first hard mode in Age of Conan? I do, and a lot of other people have also lately noticed this dungeon with some recent loot changes. So I thought I would make a video here showing you the hard mode triggers for the Xibaluku dungeon. I started the video in the loading screen, and as soon as you enter the dungeon, the timer have started. So we are just moving down the vines here and are going to jump into that hole in the ground. It's important to not fall, as one of our players did here, but as we had some rests, we didn't really lose much time on it. We also had half the group composed of chars with mostly tier 4 gear, so we did outgear it a little bit. The 3 other people were on pretty badly geared alts, but it's not really a hard dungeon anymore. So here we come down to the first ads, and we just start hitting on them. So here we are coming up to the first boss. You can actually sneak past that guy, but due to me being a little bit old school, I like to kill him as well. It's the time limits aren't so strict that you have to be super effective all of the time. So we just pull him up here to the upper platform where the alts will spawn, the ads even, and burn him down. Here we have the bosses that will trigger the second part of the hard mode trigger. To just fast explain the tactics, if it so can be called, on this, since our tank was good geared, he just tanks both of them. At times they will send people to cages on the sides, but inside the cages is an ad that you just need to kill, and you will get the key to get out of the cage. So you focus on the master first, then the dog. And when this dog is dead, the first part of the hard mode trigger is done there. Now one of the players at random will be chosen to get an item. This item will show you the time you have left on the hard mode trigger. So it's important at this point that you ask everybody in the group who has the item, and take a note of who that is. The one that gets the item will also not be able to die if the person with the hard mode item dies. The hard mode has failed. So in our case we were lucky and had our tier 4 barbarian get the item, and he's not going to die in this dungeon. So here we just continue on with ads, trying to get them 2 by 2 and just burn them down as fast as possible. Here we are coming up to the group puzzle area. So what you really want to do here is have your tank first go out and get the attention of the golem. While the golem seems busy with the tanks, the rest of the group tries to sneak past the golem and start moving downstairs. In the stairs, when they move, they will get a debuff. It's important that when that debuff is at X number of stacks, you stop and wait for the debuff to be removed before you continue moving down there. So, as a tank, I'm just trying to keep the golem busy upstairs while the others make their way down. As you can see there, I did fail to keep his interest. Unfortunately, you can't irritate him or anything like that. So, pretty much the only way to keep the golem busy is to stay around and let him do his knockbacks. So I'm listening to my group and trying to hear how they are doing in getting down. Now I get the message that they are ready, and as the tank I'm just running past everything here, ignoring the debuff and everything. It hurts, but not that much. So running down to the rest, and here we start clearing out these minions. As you can see, we did lose our mage, but it's not that big of a deal. If the mage had the hard mode item, then we would have failed when he died. But since we don't really need him, we just continue on here to the next boss. At least eventually. So this boss is not really much to at all. I think he has some mana drain or something like that, but really it's just pure tank and spank with any char that has expansion or better gear. When you do kill this boss, the path down the stairs will also be diffused, so now we are sending our conch back to rest while we continue to clear out the trash here. So, now coming up on the next boss here, and just to mention, most of the people in my group were new to this, so I took on the role of doing the puzzle part. So, you click on these pedestals, and there will appear some platforms. The first one I activated, you can see activated the one closest to the orb on the other side there. Then it was the plate closest here. You can see when I use these pedestals, I get a red debuff over my health bar there. That means as long as that is up, I can't get click on a second one, so it's just slowing down the one using the puzzle. So there I have found the second pad and the last one, and that means that I have everything I need to know. Activating the second one, then the fourth one, and just jumping over and activating that one. And then all of a sudden the boss is down at 3 health. Unfortunately, the conqueror that I asked to kite the boss didn't really get the memo and tried to tank him. There is no point in tanking that boss at all. Just have somebody kite him around, while the rest kills the ads. And the ads you need to kill because else they will overrun you. But the boss is just kited until the puzzle is finished. If you do any damage to the boss, it is just wasted DPS, since it will always come down to 3% when the puzzle part is finished there. So we are continuing on, just clearing out the trash. And I'm now coming up to the last boss of the hard mode trigger. And this boss has one spell you need to watch out for. Either Arise Archon or something like that. It's the ads that she will summon. So you just tank and spank until she casts the summoning spell. There you will see it's quite a long cast. When she casts it, you move away. The one that is targeted by the ads will kite that ad into the fire. So you have 1 tanking, 1 kiting, and 4 people smacking. We didn't do a perfect run, to say it like that, here. So the ads were not kited as fast to the fire as they should have been. But that is something you get with practice. So every time she spawns an ad, you as the tank just move to another position. Whoever gets targeted kites the ads to the fires. The 4 other people, DPS. Again, I want to stress that most of the people I had with me here were not experienced, and it was their first time here, so they just got to know the tactics when we came to the boss. But we kill the boss and then move on to the back room here. Here you will find an altar. And the person that got the hard mode item from the dog can here use this altar. And there we go. When the fire on the altar is lit, you have successfully done the hard mode. Or at least triggered the hard mode. So, coming up next here is just a lot of clearing out ads before the last boss. So I'm going to skip forward here. And a good thing it was that we skipped a little bit there, since we did have a failed try with a bugged ad. And that ad is actually still in the fight here. It seems that the version as it is now is pretty bugged. But here is the hard mode boss. If you don't find this worm here, you failed the hard mode, which was the first part of the video. So we just spank him a little bit, and we will notice at the top of the screen there was a mirror, a blue force field alike thing that activated. So we have one person climbing up there, while the rest of us kill these ads. Unfortunately, you can see there is one big ad there. He is immune to all damage, and that's from the bugged first try. So we have one of our barbarians up there trying to remove that force field thingy, while the other of us try as good as we can to handle these ads. It was also a little bit bugged here that we had ads that were apparently both demonologists and necromancers, which normally it shouldn't be. Each ad has the name of one of your charts and they should be the same class as the people in the group. Unfortunately that didn't happen here, but except that they have extremely lot of CCs, it's not that big of a danger for this group. If it actually ends up bugged like this for you, it may be that you just want to restart. So again, our guy up at the mirror has a little bit more problems, so we start just getting to the spawn point here and have another person go and help out there. You can still see we have one of those big ads that is immune to damage, which is very annoying. But at least now we have managed to send our other barbarian up to the mirror, and he's helping to dispel that mirror or whatever it is. So on top of my screen there you can again see they are fighting away up there. Down here we are just continuing to kill this ever ending spawns of ads. This fight is pretty boring when everything is bugged. But anyways, they finally managed to fix or destroy the mirror up there, and that ends the spawning of the ads. As you can see, we still have that bugged ad from the last try, but now the boss has just a few hit points left and we finish him off. When you ruin the mirror, he loses a lot of health. So that's it for the hard mode boss himself. So everything that is left is to smash the chest, and we get tanking ring. As you can see, it's not that very good compared to Kitai epics, but they aren't that bad for a new character either. So that was it for Xibaluku hard mode trigger. Thank you for watching.